Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom reviews. You see by the title below, this is on episode 9 of Shokugeki no Soma season 2. And this episode, of course, it is finally the battle, the three-way battle that we have between Hayama, Kurokiba, and of course Soma. So of course, everyone's doubting Soma, including his two, enemies, the two people going against him. They completely say, oh, well, I guess you're not even gonna try, you're not gonna have a chance. Hayama's like, well, 3rd place is good job, congratulations on that. And I'm just like, oh, you guys, you can never count Soma out. That's pretty much how this is. That's how the whole show is. People always looking down on Soma, and then Soma comes out of nowhere. That cliffhanger, come on. Everyone was like, oh yeah, I guess it was too much for the transfer student to be able to do it. Yeah, there's no way. It's Kurokiba versus Hayama for sure. And then when they're like, well, that's about to end, we're gonna end it, and all of a sudden, wait, hold on, cuts Dojima off. I ain't done yet, boys and girl. I ain't done yet. And he full on just, of course, like, literally, I love the episode. Pretty much definitely showing the differences with, the explosiveness of Kurokiba, the whole finesse of Hayama, and then I guess the just surprise factor. You can never doubt him. You can never say Soma is completely out. He always comes out of nowhere, and that's pretty much his specialty. So the first one, of course, they're showing all of them cooking and everything. I love the little flashback that they had in this episode with Alice and Kurokiba, just showing how pretty much, how he was at first losing like 100 times before he finally got a win against Alice. And then of course, like, it was just cute to see them go back and forth and see how Kurokiba was and Alice was before. Like, it was definitely cute. Like, they're definitely one of those, like, oh, I love to see them together. They're so cute together, especially when they're little, and it was cool to see that little flashback, see what, Kurokiba has planned. He comes up first. I love the way I actually forgot, to be honest, the moonlight kind of thing. That's the time limit. It was pretty nice to see in anime form over the manga form. And it was pretty funny. At first, I almost forgot, too, of, Alice's mom's broken, Japanese, and then after when she eats it, and instead of being like obviously like how the director is, and boom, he starts stripping, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's gonna do it too. And I remember in the manga I was like, oh wait, are we gonna get some fan service in here? Nope, she just all of a sudden and starts talking super ass fast, and like, her accent is gone, and she speaks like perfect Japanese. Like, what the hell? It's pretty funny because in the manga, I mean, it's interesting to see how that is, but not really, you don't really hear it or anything. So it was definitely more funny to hear throughout the episode her broken Japanese, and then of course when she loved the dish, all of a sudden it was like, this was this and this was that, and oh my gosh, it was so beautiful, and it tastes so good, and all this kind of stuff, like super fast and everything. I was like, oh gosh, calm down. Holy crap, I forgot about that. But it was cool to see, Kurokiba full on. I love the way they show like how their differences and the way they cook with, Kurokiba with this huge gigantic ass sword, like a cloud sword from Final Fantasy VII, and then you got, Hayama with his nice, ornate sword, and then switches off to a rapier, and seeing them kind of fight kind of thing. It's always cool to see how they they kind of portray each person, and it was interesting and cool to see that. And then of course at the very end you see Soma with his katana and that outfit, and of course you see my thumbnail. It was pretty badass seeing that as well. But yeah, it was cool to see the whole what they plan to be doing, what they plan to end up pretty much like. This episode was definitely like just a straight up cooking battle moment. We don't know who won yet, obviously. At the very end gives us a big ass cliffhanger, but it was cool to see how at first Kurokiba thinks he won flat out. All of a sudden Hayama comes with this crazy ass thing as well. They look at it, everyone's like, what the hell? That's what he's gonna do? This is the finals, man. And all of a sudden, nope, guess what? His is actually even better than Kurokiba's, it seems, by a lot of the judges. Though I gotta say, the director may have went bare-chested for both of them, but he gave the grin, as they're saying, the grin to Kurokiba. So I don't know if that's this. I forgot about there's such thing as the grin, but that's an interesting thing to see that put out. And it's interesting to see, like, he'll go bare-chested when it's really good, but his underwear cloth went off when Megumi, gave him his food. So I'm not too sure if that has anything to do differently either. They don't really mention that, but it's pretty funny to see that, you know, his facial expression, the grin, or like his clothes coming off is a signature thing now when it comes to, you know, judging people's cooking. It's like, what the hell is that kind, you know? We did get some pretty cool fan service as well. I mean, we got to see, you know, the mom in a couple of them, especially with Hayama's, was pretty hot. But of course, when Soma comes up, no one's expecting anything. The time's almost going out. It's cool to see, like, right when the moon just disappears and all of a sudden he's like, here's your final dish. And then they try it out. They think it's awesome and delicious. But all of a sudden everyone notices, wait a minute, it can't be that good. Her broken Japanese is still there. And the director's still got his clothes on. Holy crap, what's going to happen? Oh no, that was the end of the episode. And guess what? I saw in the forums, there's a lot of people that did not wait till after the credits. If you didn't, go and check the credits. After the credits, I'm telling you, go back and watch if you did not, if you just thought, oh, it's over already. No, go back, watch after the credits. It ain't over yet. Soma with his, oh, right when they're about to, you know, announce the winner, he goes, oh wait, nope, you're not done yet, here's seconds. And he's got some different thing, and all they're like, oh, and then boom, cliffhanger, that's it. Who's gonna win? Who knows? I know obviously because I read the manga, but I'm definitely excited for the next episode. Like, this battle, the whole, you know, build up into this battle was awesome. The battle itself, build up to the next episode when they start judging, is awesome. And I honestly cannot wait to see who's going to win in the next one. Of course, this is only, let me check for sure, I think 12 episodes in the season? 13 episodes in the season. So the next episode will be the final episode where they end up picking the who won, I'm pretty sure. Now, what will happen in the next 3 episodes after that, I'm not too sure. We'll just have to wait and see for that. But I'm definitely excited to see how everything will go. So far, like I said, at the beginning, it did seem kind of rushed, but towards going on, it's gotten better and better, better adapted, better pacing and everything. And I honestly cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the next one, see the results, see who's going to win. I bet you guys are excited as well. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, guys. So please enjoy this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. There's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, don't forget to like. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. It really does help the channel. And yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. So till next time, where we see who will win this battle, who will win the autumn elections, who will be the #1 student. But yeah, until next time, guys. See ya.